Hello, everybody. It's Marcus from PageProof here. Happy New Year. We are now going to go through a little bit of the 12 days of Christmas. As we head into 2026, we're going to have a look back at the last month of 2025 and look at the 12 features that we released in those first 12 days of December. So we're going to get straight into it because I realize we're going to have to go through 12 features. Some of them I'm just going to talk through. But I do want to also point out that we have an article on our blog, blog.pageproof.com. And if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see 12 Days of Christmas, and it's got a detailed listing of all of the things that we have released. So do go and check that out. So let's get straight into the 12 Days of Christmas. So the first day, or the first feature we released, was the Adobe Express plugin. So here I have Adobe Express. You can go over to add-ons over here and go to add-ons and then do a search for PageProof. And this is the PageProof add-on over here. So this gives you a view into your dashboard. So it's very, very similar if you've used any of the other add-ons or plugins that we have put inside of products. You'll see this. So you can go through, click into these, and then see the comments down below. And you're also able to upload your proofs directly from here as well. So you can click in and start proofs from directly inside of here. You've also got context, so you can actually see where the markup was made. You can see that inside the plugin. So all of those features you'd expect are all inside the Adobe Express add-on for PageProof, or PageProof for Adobe Express. So that's day number one, or feature number one. So that's great for all the Adobe Express users out there. Okay. Feature number two. I figure I'm going to run out of fingers if I keep doing that. Okay, so feature number two is looking for those people that use Asana. So this is PageProof custom fields. So we added a lot of different custom fields to Asana. So these you'll see are all custom fields. There's a help article at help.pageproof.com. Just search up Asana and you'll find an article on how to set this up. But this lets you put all of these custom fields into your Asana tasks. And the great thing about them is you can put some of these in, you can leave some out, it's up to you. Whenever you add one, we'll start populating it. If you don't put it in there, that's fine. But the great thing about this is you can build some of the Asana rules and also use AI Studio to look at the information that's been put in here and make decisions about how things move around and all that sort of stuff. So that's custom fields. I'm going to show you what it does very, very quickly. So when you add a proof, so you go create new proof from directly inside of here, when it comes up, I'm just going to quickly put in some details. What we're going to do here is just see it create the proof, and you'll see the custom fields all being populated and updated inside of Asana. So that will be a really, really great thing for those custom fields. So you better see those being populated as we go through the proofing life cycle. So great example of that. And if we take a look at some of those examples, you'll see it's filling out the custom fields here. So the proof URL and things. So if I actually click into this one, you'll see that a lot of the custom fields are filled out. Tells you the current step name, the proof URL, and as you're going through and commenting and things as well, and it's updating the status for us automatically as well. So those are the Asana custom fields. Next one, day three. Okay, now we're getting into looking at the team permissions. So if you are in you have team permissions, you are a team admin. When you go into team members, and you see you've got someone as a team admin, you'll see we've got these granular permissions now. So you can give people the ability to be a team admin, but you might not want to give them the ability to manage the people or the ability to manage the settings. You just want to give them the ability to look at the dashboard for the team. So you simply click on here, go edit, and then you click on permissions, and you can switch on which areas that person has access to in the team menus. So really useful. Again, you can now give out more team admin permissions, but maybe they can manage templates only or something like that. So it's quite useful for that. So that is the team. And you can see the menu areas. When you go into the team menu, we've got the people area, the proofs area, the templates area, and the setup area. So those are the major headings that you can turn on and off for your team administrators. So super useful and much, much better way of managing people as well. So it's super helpful. Okay, day number 4, video. So what we've done with video is we've added support for embedded subtitles. So if you have got subtitle tracks embedded inside of your video, you'll now get a pop-up inside the video player where you can turn on or turn off the subtitle track. So that's for embedded subtitles. We are looking to support multiple subtitle files, separate files, coming up in 2026. But subtitles are now here, so you can just embed those in as a track, and they're available to turn on and off. And then, of course, content credentials. So content credentials, as you know, something very important to the PageProof team, being able to see whether this video has been generated or created by AI, and we'll give you the content credentials icon in the bottom left-hand corner, and we'll see content credentials a little bit further on, but that is now supported in video as well. Okay, next one. This is the ability to upload your work into Media Valet. So if you're a customer of Media Valet and you're a customer of PageProof, Media Valet is a fantastic digital asset management system. And a lot of customers are like, well, when a proof is approved, can I just have that asset put into Media Valet? And the answer to that is now yes. If you're a PageProof Enterprise customer, you can switch on the ability to send that over to Media Valet. So I'll just give you a quick demo of that. If we take a look here at Media Valet, this is my Media Valet setup, and you can see here is an empty category. So if I go into PageProof and we just create a new proof, so I'm going to just grab hold of maybe this red pen right here. And all I need to do is put into the tags, just put MV or Media Valet. You can just, whatever you choose to put in here, MV or Media Valet. And then once the proof is approved, so if I send this proof out for approval, then we will see that it will put it into Media Valet. So we'll just upload that proof directly into PageProof. It'll go through its normal proofing and all that sort of thing. And then once the final approver or the final approvers go approve and they say, yes, this has been approved, what's going to happen now is that's going to copy this asset and some information automatically over to Media Valet. Don't have to worry about just having to do this by hand. It's a big time saver. There is the asset delivered into Media Valet, and if I click into the information, it's got the name of the proof ID, and even a link to the proof that put the file in here. So really useful for customers, and again, a big efficiency and time saver, as well as that automatic delivery of assets into Media Valet. Really, really great. Okay, back onto feature number 6. Okay, what we're doing now is the ability to download multiple files at once. So you can come in and say, look, I want to download all the original files. So if you click on download in here, choose the files that you want to be able to download the original assets for. So just simply go through and choose all of those and click download. PageProof will make a zip file of all of the original files and download those in the zip file. So great, again, one of those things where it's just, oh, I just need all the original assets for all of these proofs. You can do that inside of here. Be aware that if you choose hundreds and hundreds of gigabytes worth of files, there's going to be a big delay in getting that back to you in terms of download speed. But look, the great thing is you can do it when you want to grab a bunch of files. It's super useful for that. Okay, day 7. Now on day 7, we focused on translations and adding a few more files for translation, a few more of those languages we support. So up in this menu, if you click on and take a look at what we've added, we've got all these different languages we support. So we added Swedish and we added Italian. So now we have those 2 extra languages. So if you switch to Italian, the platform switches over to Italian, so you can change that into any way that you want it. So yeah, just giving you a good selection. If you send out any proofs from the platform to somebody who has their browser set to Italian, we will auto put that into Italian for them, or into Swedish, or any of these other languages that you see here that PageProof supports. So wide range of different language supports for the PageProof interface now for your reviewers and users alike. Okay, next one. We really had a look at what people were asking us for when it came to features inside of the platform. And one of the things we got asked for a lot was, hey, I just want to see, a link scanner. Like I just want to see if there are any links on this PDF. So, previously we had a feature where you could go into preview mode and, we could do all these sorts of things in preview mode, but we thought it'd be better to actually make that part of PageProof. So here I've got a PDF, and if I go over to the magic tools and we go and look here at the link scanner, when I click on the link scanner, it's going to scan this file. And for us, it's going to show us where any links are inside of that piece of work. So it's coming back and saying, hey, I found a link here. So that is a link. And if I click onto that, it says, you can go to link if you want to. So I go to link, and that takes me to page 2. So that was an internal link inside of Acrobat. So those are detected, which is fantastic. We also detect URLs as well. So here you can see as a URL, I can open that in a new tab or anything that I need to do there. So we support any sort of email links, HTTP, HTTPS links, and then those internal links that jump around inside of a PDF. We also support those as well. So you want to check to see your links are all set up inside of your PDFs. Here we have it. It is in the link checker, which you can find in the magic tools. So really, really great way of checking your links. Really, really useful. Okay, now we're going to jump into looking at day 9 or feature number 9, and that was in the proof setup and in more places inside of PDF. So inside of PageProof. So when I come in and say, look, I want to set up a proof, one of the things that people asked us for was the ability to have the formatting and rich text formatting inside of the message to reviewers. So you'll see now that we have rich text formatting inside of here, so I can make that bold, or so this goes out in the invitation email. I might want to strike that through. I don't know. So you can format this copy inside of your proof setup screen into the message to reviewers and a few other places that we've put it as well. So rich text formatting now across the platform, which is a really, really great way of just emphasizing things for people and the like. So super useful for that. Okay, now we're getting into another feature. This was a really, really highly requested feature, and that was digital signing. So inside of a proof, when you go to a proof setup screen now, if you are enterprise, you can switch on digital signing. And you'll notice that here, if I actually take a look at this in the managed setup, digital signing would show up in our proof setup. You can also do that in the manage pane. So you can see digital signing here. I've switched it on. And what that does is it puts a shield on the approve button. So you'll see here this little shield showing up here. And if I click on to approve, it's telling me, hey, by clicking approve, you're consenting to digitally sign this. Now, the great thing about the digital signing is that we use the standard which is quantum computing resistant. So we've built this for the future. So it puts a digital signature into the approval and something that can't be tampered with. Really, really great way of doing it. So if I say, yes, I want to approve that, that's now going to digitally sign this and give us the approval for this, but it's now an approval we know has been done by a certain individual, because it's going to ask me to essentially, it re-authenticates me and make sure that I am the person that I say I am. So that is a great way of getting this. So you must re-authenticate to sign. So I say, yes, I'd like to re-authenticate, put in my details, and then I'm able to make sure that signature is now encrypted and signed for me. So that's going to do that for us. So that's now signed. If I go into the info for this, you'll see up the top it's telling it's been approved. So very, very great way of going through. And if you scroll to the workflow, you'll see down the bottom here, digitally signed. So there we have the digital signature on this particular proof. And if you download the sheet for the print sheet and everything, it'll have all that information on it. So that is a new era of trusted approvals using digital signatures inside of PageProof for signing off your work. So it's a cryptographic digital signature that we put on your proofs. Okay, so next one we want to get into. Let's take a look at the text search. So when we when it comes to feedback from customers, a lot of people are saying to us, hey, we just want to be able to do a text search. And again, we used to go into preview mode. You could do a text search inside of there. Well, now you can actually come in and you can go across to the text search feature here, which is again in the magic tools, text search comes up down the bottom. I can put in, let's see, define this word, and it's going to look for the word and highlight where those are. And you can see down the bottom here, I've got a navigator. So I can actually jump between the results, and it'll even jump different pages for you as well. So you can go back and forward and text search across the entire document. So it's not just on a page, it's across the entire document. So really, really great text search. Again, we're all about trying to cut down on the amount of effort that you're having to go through to actually find words and things on your proofs. But I also wanted to point out that text search, probably something else that a lot of people probably don't realize that we have, is also a spell check. So spell check inside the platform. So you can just go spell check and it'll point out all the spelling mistakes for you as well. So text search and spell check and link scanner along with the barcode scanner. So these four that you see here are extremely useful tools for your reviewers to really dive into the detail of your proofs. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to cover off today was looking at finalfile.com. So I just want to jump over, take a look inside PageProof first, and this is all going to link up. So here I am in PageProof, and you can see there's a little CR icon here. That CR icon inside PageProof tells us that there are content credentials present inside of this file. So you click in, and you can see the content credentials inside of here. Now that only shows when we detect that. So we've got that detection built into PageProof. We've had it in there now for, I don't know, up to, I think it's about 12 months now. We've had content credential detection built into PageProof. And as I mentioned, this is now a feature of the video proofing. So if you upload a video that's been made by Sora or been made by Firefly or anything like that, it'll detect the content credentials and put that icon on here. So you know that, this is probably I should check the credentials because it may be AI generated or it may be owned by somebody. So content credentials can be used in both ways. Now, for some people, it's like, well, how do I get content credentials on my work? So PageProof decided to build a free service that you can use to put content credentials on your creative work. So if you're generating any sort of content and you're thinking, I want to sign this, you can use finalfile.com to do that. So finalfile.com, you just go to finalfile.com, you click on login. It'll actually just ask you to authenticate with LinkedIn. So you do need to have a LinkedIn account. The reason we ask you to sign into LinkedIn is because LinkedIn has already gone through and verified who you are. So we want to make sure that it's genuinely this person who's going to be signing the work. So that is why you'll see we have got the sign-in just done via LinkedIn. So if you want to sign a piece of work, you can just grab hold of a file, drop it into here, and that will process the file and downloads it for you automatically with that on it, and it keeps the last 5 for you. So you can see those are them inside of here. And if you click on verify in here, it's going to tell you this has now been signed. It's been signed by this person. And so now we have a signature inside of the file. So it's now the one that's being downloaded to my computer is signed, and I can now give that out with content credentials inside that file. So that's as simple as it is to use. Just drag your file in here and we will give you back a file which has content credentials in it, which is super cool. Really, really useful if you need to do any sort of, or you want to sort of verify your work. Now, sign your work. The second feature of content credential of finalfile.com is the verify tab. So if you click on verify and you've been given a file, you've been given, a JPEG, or you've been given something, you think, who owns this or who made it? So you can drag that file in to the verify tab, and we will read the file. And if it's got content credentials, we will display this panel telling you, yes, this is being created by, the signature on here is Adobe Firefly. And you can see this is the date and time that it was signed and all that sort of thing. So a great way of just checking your files. You can just say, I've got this from a photographer. Let's just check the content credentials. Just go to finalfile.com, go to verify, just drag the file in, and we'll tell you, yep, it's here are the content credentials we can see inside the file. So this is a really great tool, particularly for creatives who want to protect their work. and sign their work. We think this is a great move in the right direction to actually giving a free tool out there for people to be able to, like I said, number one, upload your file, get it signed, and we'll give it back to you. We keep the history of 5 here, but in the end, these are just here. We're not going to store them for you. These are just here if you want to go and grab them again, but these just naturally drop off. So we're not a storage system. It's literally a place to sign things, and you can also verify things. So that is the options that you have inside of finalfile.com. Completely free. So go to finalfile.com, sign your work, or verify details. That is what we have is the final feature for day 12 of the 12 days of Christmas. So I'm just going to run through a recap, and literally we will actually go through the blog article, because I think the blog article is a great way if you haven't seen it. So here is the blog article right here. So that's on blog.pageproof.com. So 12 days of Christmas. Day 1, Adobe Express. Day 2, Asana custom fields that you can use inside of your Asana tasks. Day 3, new Granular permissions. So you can go and make other people team admins and turn on and off which areas they can admin. Video reviews now have subtitle support for embedded subtitles as a track inside of your video files, and content credential detection on your video files as well. So it's a really great one. Day 5, final file delivery intermedia Valet for PageProof Enterprise customers. A great way to just make sure that things that are being approved are automatically being put in the DAM. So this is a great way of doing that. So you can connect that up. Downloading all your original proofs. Again, bulk download available on the dashboard. Support for Swedish Italian now. Then we have the link scanner. So the link scanner going through finding links on your PDFs and showing those, and you can jump between the links as well. So it's a great one. Rich text formatting inside of the text boxes inside of PageProof. So not just in comments, it's now everywhere. And then digital signing for your cryptographically signed assets. You can have those signatures in PageProof now. Text search on your proofs. And then finally, we've got content credentials, adding content credentials to your artwork or reading to see what content credentials at finalfile.com. Free service. Go and register. Use it. Super useful. Now, that was 2025. And we're already in 2026. And one thing I really wanted to take the last couple of minutes to show you was a set of features which are rapidly coming. And we're talking in a matter of days, in a matter of weeks, we will have a full suite delivered out for people to use. And that is PageProof Intelligence. So we have PageProof Intelligence today. It does things like smart tags, smart check CR. So we've got a whole lot of features in there which are really useful and our customers love. But we need to take this to the next level. So you will be able to have, within the next few days, the ability to have on your plan, you can turn on PageProof Intelligence and some extra features. Now, of course, PageProof Intelligence, we are one of the only platforms that are using the AI models that are inside Microsoft Azure. So this is a really big deal. If you don't want your stuff being trained on public models and your IT team is like, no, we can't use AI. Yeah, I can see what they're talking about. But the great thing about PageProof is we are using Microsoft Azure. The AI models are contained inside of Microsoft Azure. It's the platform that does all your email, and you're probably using Copilot right now inside of your email. We're using exactly the same technology. So this is already approved by your IT. And we're very happy to have conversations about your IT about how PageProof does AI. It is different. It is secure. It is standalone. It is great. So the sort of things that we're going to be able to do for you in the next few days is things like this, which is PageProof Intelligence. You will see this little pie icon. We're calling it pie. So it's as easy as pie is the way we're going to talk about it. PageProof Intelligence on your dashboard, in your proofs, in your reports, wherever you want it, you'll be able to click on pie and we will give you a great summary of whatever it is that you're looking at. So in this case, it's my dashboard. I've got a whole lot of proofs in here, and I'm thinking, oh, I just want to get a summary of what's going on. What should I focus on? So you click on Pi, we'll give you that summary, and we'll even give you links to jump to proofs that we think that you should focus on. So it's worked all this out for you. So this is PageProof Intelligence for your dashboard, reports, etc. And you'll be able to switch on PageProof Intelligence in your proofing screen. PageProof Intelligence will be really useful. So Pi will put comments. You could even have it put comments on your proofs for you automatically, finding areas you should focus on in your design. On the compare screen, doing things like text compare and just some amazing things. So look out for it. It is the secure artificial intelligence for proofing. It is one of the only ones on the market that will use things like Microsoft Azure. We don't use OpenAI for all of your data. And that's something that your IT teams are going to absolutely love about PageProof Intelligence. So there we have it. That is just the last. That's the the first feature of 2026, which we think you'll be really, really, really happy to see. And if you want more information about PageProof Intelligence, talk to your customer success manager, and they will be able to give you some advice on what you can do with PageProof Intelligence for 2026. All right. Well, thank you very much, everybody, for your time today. That concludes the first PageProof Academy for 2026, and we'll see you at the next one. Thanks, everyone.